Namaste, everybody, and welcome to a flow yoga class. I am Aphinya. I'm glad that you can join me today and take time to love yourself. And for that, please take this class however that it fit your schedule today. Do all of them, do some of them. And if you would like to support the channel, you can donate to the link on the description below. Also, you can support this channel by liking the video, subscribe it, tell your friends about this channel and let them get into, take good care of their health, just like what we are doing right now. Having said that, now, healthy mind and healthy body is not just go from point 1 to point 2. Right? It's not like you go to school and then you graduate and that's it, you're done. You don't need to do any more work. And I feel like that's the reason why a lot of us, if you look at the physical health, is you can see, like some people gain weight, lost weight, and then gain weight again. And I think it's because for some reason, subconsciously, we believe that when we finish the work, we get the weight we want and we don't have to do any more work. That is not it. Physical health and also the mental health, it has to be your lifestyle. It has to be something you do it regularly, like brushing your teeth and taking a shower. In order for it to sustain, in order for it to really enhancing your health for a long period of time. And you have to know that we keep ourselves healthy and everything else kind of around us when we get older and older, it seems like it's go against us. Like we get older every single day. We feel achy every time when we do yoga. But we have to do yoga or stretching or exercise anyway to keep it strong, to keep it healthy. And also our mental health is the same exact thing. There's a lot of news, there are a lot of beliefs, there are a lot of things that shares out there, and you have to maintain your awareness practice to remember to look from a bigger perspective, to look at life as whole, as yin and yang, and good and bad, beauty and ugly, because we as human beings, am I shouting? we are all of them. So having said that, would you please close your eyes and breathe deeply in and out through your nose. If you forget to welcome yourself, welcome your day, this is the time with the inhalation. Let me breathe in. Can you welcoming your day? Welcome yourself to the practice. Welcome yourself to the moment, to the present moment. And slowly, gradually, you start to slow down your thoughts. You start to depart from your mind into your body. And you observe everything from inside out. you feel one with yourself, one with others. And with the flow of your breath, let it remind you how you should flow with life. You are in it and you keep moving with the current. You cannot jump in and then jump out. You cannot just pick the pieces that you like and ignore the pieces that you don't. Everything about us, everything about you, everything about me have meaning, have lessons. Have value. And you expand from inside with your inhalation to embrace, to make room for all. Draw your hands together right in front of your heart. And let's chant Om 3 times together, please. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Another deep inhale, please. And you bow your head toward your heart. Release your hands, lift your chin, open your eyes. I feel like I can move already when you're in trouble. However, let's come down onto our back, please. I really have to give and check the wrist and the ankle. Yeah. Or you can circle them if you like. I feel like this is a good place to really take care of this joint. All together. Yeah, because they're freezing in the air. And we can go into the calf muscles and forearm muscles. And then elongate the spine, arms overhead, legs nice and long to the other side. Oh yeah, Now I can feel my back. Circle your ankles toward one another. It's like, thank you for elongate me. Change direction of your ankles. Do you hear the soundtrack? My daughter is singing in the background. Rock your hips side to side, please. Tia sings every day. It's like from the time that she wake up until the time that she go to sleep. I'm not kidding. This girl is something. Feet to the floor, knees bent. Drop your knees side to side. Something special. We go Supta Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees apart. And you can elongate your arms overhead once again if you like. You don't have to. If you choose not to. And you can kind of move your knees side to side. Oh yeah, opening the hips, opening the back. Make room. Relax your jaw. And then carefully, we bring the knees up and together and draw them in, opening your knees apart. Circle your knees, they're gonna meet, and then you are going to bring them back toward one another. I also love to really work my hip joints on my back. I think this is like the best place to do it. And other direction, please. Oh. We have a lot of snow here in Rochester. Finally, it feels like winter. Knees together. Drop your knees side to side. I'm sure buffalo should be the same, if not more. But if you live somewhere sunny and warm, enjoy that. Bring your knees back up center. Let's do bicycle 20 times, please. Are you ready? Opposite elbow to opposite knees. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then come down. Once again, stretch your arms overhead, legs long. There's a lot we can do on our back. I just want to let you know that. Bridge, please. Feet to the floor, knees bend. Arch your back. Hips off the floor. Point your knees away from you. Make sure you align your feet parallel toward one another the best you can. Your throat has some space. Don't tuck the chin onto your chest, please. Inhale deeply. Exhale, next time, get your body back down to the floor. You can hug your knee onto your chest, roll on one side and come up to a seated position, or you can rock back and forward. And come into your seat and extend your legs in front of you. Maybe adjust your sitting bones a little bit, make sure you sit on it. Shake your leg again if you like. Warming up, it takes a while here. So we keep warming up. Then when you're ready, we're gonna rock forward and back with breath, okay? Inhale, come up. Exhale, you can go back first or go forward first, doesn't matter. And inhale up. And you have to also be mindful when you move like this. We're still in a warming up stage, like even though we start to challenge some muscles. So you have to find the balance of that too. We go back, we get into the core, like go as far as your back feel comfortable. We go forward, we get into our hamstrings muscles. Some of you hamstring stretch at the beginning of the practice. Oh my God, it's just like a killer. Last one, please. And then Baddha Konasana. Now we do it on our seat, feet together, knees apart. Extend your heart up to the sky. You can even kind of circle your shoulder if you have enough mobility to do that. If it's not, I don't think it's the best place to do. You just better be still and just keep kind of draw your shoulder blades back toward one another and opening your heart. You can work with your necks a little bit if you like. Right. And then we get away from this pose. We go into legs wide open. Upavista Konasana, the adductor muscles. I don't know about yours, mine are tight. So we go into the spinal circulation. Go as far forward and to the floor as much as your body can do. You can increasing that. A challenge to the muscle, one movement at a time, with respect, of course. Change the direction, please. You can let your neck being a part of it. If you have more mobility and more flexibility, you can really kind of get a lot of body part, be a part of that. If it's not, you don't have to feel bad, but working on stretching the muscle, and you don't have to move much. You just slowly, gradually, just get it happening. Once again, it is in the journey, it's in it, it's just doing it. That's what's going to make the differences. Side stretch with breath. Your arms are yours. You can check your hand in between. You can hold the back of your head. You can have your arm extended. And you can go as far as, alongside the ears or less, anywhere that feels good with your shoulder. Your pec major, the opening of that muscles right here. One more each side, please. Now I'm going to take you to our hands and knees here. Use the blanket if you have to do it, okay? Toes together, knees apart, arms extended alongside the ears. Child's pose. Oh, sorry, child's pose, not hands and knee. Inhale, round your back up to the sky, arch at the end, cow pose. Exhale, round your back up to the sky, move toward your feet, child's pose. And repeat, please. Keep going and carefully. Please go as far as your wrist comfortable with the flexion, okay? Once again, you have to increase those joints slowly. If you're tight, you cannot ask all just from one move. If you don't have the tightness, of course, you can go deep right away. 2 more. Then come up onto your hands and knee with the inhalation and start to circle your spine here. Remember that your spines go all the way to your neck, so allow that part of your body to move as well. So then you can Release the tension on your shoulders. Slowly, gradually, 2 more times here. Change direction, please. And we do one more. Then from here, get your right leg off from the floor and left arm off from the floor. Inhale, elbow and the knee beneath your belly. Exhale, extend. Give me 2 more, please. If you cannot move and feel stable, stay still will be better. Left hands down, right leg down, turn your body open to the right, right arms overhead. 2 more breaths. Remember to move your body with the breath. So I don't want you to be still in the pose. Okay. Breathe into your back, let your sternum move toward the floor slightly, and then when you exhale, move your heart up to the sky. Yeah. I feel like I'm a little bit too low. Yeah. Then add myself a little height. One more breath. And then facing the floor, right leg step forward and move to the right, diagonal your right foot slightly to the right. Body go to the left. We go into lizard pose with the option of the back leg straight or knee bend. You can also go, front and back as well. Since we are still, I don't want to say since we are still, you can do it anytime you like. But at the beginning, like warming up stage, it's a lot of movement coming in. I feel like it's better. And you try to get your chest toward the floor. Keep your right knee over your right ankle at all times. Relax your jaw always. Keep breathing, keep flowing. Yes, keep being in it. Next inhalation, you move up and away from the floor and you get your back knees off from the ground and you pivot to the left and make your feet parallel toward one another. Pasarita Padottanasana, standing legs wide apart. There are options that you can do here. You can just stay still and keep dangling your body down. It's not only that, you use your core to elongate the spine and pull your spine downward to stretch your adductor muscles. Some of us who have more flexibility and mobility, you can hold your elbow, dangling your body side to side. Get your back muscle to be a part of it. You can walk your hand on one side and push the floor away from you. Feel like you a little bit too, didn't get any help from being so low and feel more hurt. Use block, get the floor, come closer to you and don't hurt yourself. You can do twisting. You can pull yourself toward one leg. You can test your headstand if you have it in you right now. And we go back toward the front of the mat. And we step back to downward facing dog. Spread your fingers apart, push the floor away from you. And you work your dog with the muscle that need help in the moment. You can work your back by swaying the hip side to side or opening your chest by drawing your shoulder blades toward one another with your inhalation and your exhalation. You push your chest through. You can work your calf and your hamstrings muscles by bending one knee at a time. Okay. 2 more breaths here. You can check your head and you come down onto your hands and knees. Left leg extend back and up. Right arm extend forward and up. Inhale, elbow and the knee meet beneath the belly. Exhale, extend. 2 more. Right hand down, left foot down, turn your body open to the left, left arms overhead. And then you breathe and you move your body with the breath. One more breath. Long left side body. Exhale, turn yourself toward the floor, chest forward. Left leg to the left, diagonally the foot, knee go same direction with your toes, body diagonal to the right. Lizard pose. You kind of test your body. Like you try to drive car. You see where your body is or where your body engine is, and just work from that place forward, right? Don't be afraid to move around and get to know your body. When you find the right place to go deeper, you know. But at the beginning, you just have to learn to get used to that. Yeah. One more breath here. And inhale, move up and away from the floor. Get your right knees off the ground, pivot to the right. I'm going to act for Skandasana, which means we're going to go into the hip stretch. You turn your heels in toward one another, toes away from one another, and move left to right, straight and bend your leg. The height of your trunk will depend on the flexibility of the hip and the legs muscles flexibility. Okay. The more it's being open, I'm going to try to go closer to the floor, the more you can go closer to the ground. But what you should be focused on when you are challenging your hips and your legs muscle more is your back. So you don't want your lower back especially to be in a round, or you feel like it start to grip. It means that you push your body too far, too quickly. I love to keep the knee of the leg that is bent over my ankle. Here we go. I'm going to turn back to where it's supposed to be so I can teach you properly. Then we turn back toward the front of the mat, and we're going to work on the lateral sides of the leg once again. Left leg, this time diagonally to the left, bend your knee and start to roll on the lateral sides of the foot. Now back leg once again is your option. You can keep it straight or bend your knees. Hips stay back, chest is moving forward. Inhale, breathe into your back. Elongate the spine, and exhale, you go toward the floor. Okay. Dance with your breath. And you do a jellyfish move as much or as little as it helping your body opening up. Two more. And then carefully, we are going to ground your left foot onto the floor, standing split. Kick your right leg up with the hips opening. I'm going to grab the block just to show you that you can be higher. Up to the sky, chest go forward into the floor the best you can. And then you square the hip. Land your right foot back behind you. Right hands on the floor on the block. Maybe broaden your foundations a little bit, and we are twisting to the left. with the back leg straight. Okay, or knees bent. Chest is twisting, belly resisting your chest. Arms is yours to land wherever that it feels great. And carefully exhale, untwist. Get your right knee down, kick your left leg back, turn your body open to the left once again. Left side nice and long. Inhale. And exhale, length. And facing the floor, thread the needle. Left hands go under the right. You can stack the hips over the knee and extend your right hip back behind you. Or you can move and sit onto your heel and feel that your shoulder being stretched right now. I really need to go here because my shoulder really need help. That's why it is. One more breath. Inhale, come up and away from the floor. Up to your hands and knees. Downward facing dog, exhale. Now we go right leg forward. You can come down to your knees first if you like, or if it's better for your strength and your weakness, or step your right leg forward, right. And then diagonal to the right, knees bend, back leg is yours. Bend or straight, or you can go back and forth, even. And then we move the trunk with the breath down to the floor. Okay. Inhale, maybe away from the stretch a little bit if it needs to happen. And exhale, go into it. Now make sure when you do this stretch, you are not moving your hip forward toward the front foot. Your hip is staying back. Your heart is the one actually is going to come closer to that front foot. And spread your fingers on that front leg, please. One more breath. Then you move away from the stretching first. When you feel safe, then move into the soles of the foot. Weight on your right leg, opening the hip, kick your left leg up toward the sky. Square your chest, bend your front knee, step your left leg back, left hand on the floor. Twist to the left with the straight back leg on knees bent. One more breath. Carefully untwist, left knee down, kick your right leg back, body opening to the right. One breath here. And carefully we're facing the floor and forward, and we thread the needle. Right hands under. And breathe. Right now, my body feels like I drink a cup of coffee. It feels alert and just like, I don't know why. And you know what? That is life, and that is being a human. You just be with yourself, no matter how much you feel like, I don't really like my energy right now. Just stay there. It will shift again, I promise. It's the same thing, you know, when we feel irritating or anger. The best way to, you know, get yourself out from that and find the happiness again is just to be with it, to go through it and respect yourself in the moment. Oh, this side is so much tighter. One more breath, please. And take child's pose. Inhale, round your back up, come up onto your hands and knees, tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now we go inhale, plank pose. You can round your back up to the sky. Let's check the flexion of the wrist here. Exhale, downward facing dog. And while you're checking, you're also challenging that extension, one movement at a time. Right? We want the wrist to be in a full flexion the best it can, because we're going to go from here to chaturanga for at least 4-5 times. So we have to help our wrist a lot. What do you think? Where is it right now? One more. Then bend your knees, look between the hands. We're going to go forward to Uttanasana. There's a lot of ways to go there. You can jump, you can tiptoe, you can step 1 foot at a time, or you can come down onto your knees and go there if your wrists are not yet, you know, be in a full flexion. Because when you go forward, you have to really go into a very deep flexion of the wrist. And if it's not ready, you're going to end up hurting yourself, so don't hurt yourself, please. And we go Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, bow. Chin tucking in, thigh pushing out. Keep moving your body with the breath. One more. And then you step your right leg back, high lunge. Stay on the ball of your right foot, come up right. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, length. Remember, from your core up to your spine, up through the crown of your head. Ribs is draw in, heart is open, neck nice and long, and you're going to curve from your lower back, from your tailbone all the way out to the crown of your head. Find that curve from the bottom up. Okay, work all the way there. Bring your hands down to the floor. Step your right leg forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, step your left leg back. Once again, come up to high lunge. Square the hip, hug your thigh. Exhale, lunge. Work both legs. Inhale, length. Do that with breath. While you're opening your heart, while you find the place for your arms to be, so you can opening your heart even more, and you keep lunging to go deeper into your hip flexor. And the more you ask from your lunge, the more you engage your core. One more breath. Hands come down to the floor. Step your left foot forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lengthening the spine forward. Exhale, bow, step your right leg back. Warrior one this time. So your feet are different. Now they planted and point to 2 o'clock. Square the hip. See how it feels in your leg when your feet placed differently. We still stretch the same muscle. We try to get into the hip flexor on the right leg. All the while, we try to opening the heart and lengthening the spine. Carefully stay bent on that front knee. Get the back heels off the floor and bend your knee toward the ground. We're going to go forward, launch, and get the right knee toward the chest. Hips stay back. Elongate the spine. Relax your jaw, warrior two. Front heel, back arch or heel. Reverse warrior, left arms up to the sky or hold the back of the head. Hips stay back slightly, ribs is in, keep breathing and keep moving. Bring your hands down to the floor. Now we step the left leg up toward the sky, three-legged dog, opening the hips, bend the knee, kick it to the right, push your chest through. Breathe, and then stretch. One more breath. Extend your left leg straight, square the hip, come forward to plank. Inhale, you can land your left foot on the floor or not. This time we're going to go down to the floor, Chaturanga Dandasana with straight leg or knee on the ground if you need a little bit of help. And bend your elbow back behind you. And then we take back bend here, locust pose, cobra pose, or even upward facing dog if it feels right for you. But I want you to be here for 4 to 5 breaths. So you can check in with the muscle. Try to challenge the muscle gradually. And then downward facing dog or child's pose, please. Right leg step forward. Warrior one. Come upright with the body. I don't care where you want your arms to be. I care that when you choose the position of your arms, it means that you remain opening in your heart. It helps you to do that. Okay. When your heart open, your rib is go in, your tailbone rooting down, your legs are nice and long, and you keep breathing. We keep moving the energy forward, come away from the back heel, stay on the ball of the foot, bend the knee, launch forward and get your left knee to your chest. Hips stay back, spine nice and long, feel your tailbone grounding down toward your standing leg. Left leg back, warrior two. Turn your right palms up, inhale, reach high. Exhale, extend the right side nice and long toward the left. Breathe, inhale to your back body. Exhale, long energy out to your limbs. One more breath. Carefully windmill the arms and bring your hands toward the floor. Hands down, left leg kick back and up, opening the hips, bend the knee. While that's happening, your bodies also start to open to the right. And when you exhale, you push your chest through that shoulder blade toward the foot. You can also start to turn your body open more if it feels right for you. And even right here, you have to engage your core somewhat to protect your lower back. Keep your shoulders square. Extend your right leg, square the hips, come forward to plank. Inhale. Check with your wrist again, and we lower down Chaturanga Dandasana. And pick your back bend here. Give me 3 breaths in your whatever back bend you like. And downward facing dog or child's pose. Breathe. One thing you need to remember is that, the more we start gaining mobility and flexibility, then we start to be able to move faster. When we are tight, we actually should move a little slower and keep repeating that actions more and more in the body. Would you please meet me in downward facing dog? And have your weight onto your left foot and get your right leg off from the floor. Square the hip, push your weight back toward your left foot. See, can you have the weight onto your right hand and get your left hand slowly off from the floor? Now, when that happens, really keep sending your weight backward toward the foot, okay? And you find the stability first. Really important. When you have the stability, you can really challenging yourself now to really get your body back, and hold that left hand to your left ankle. Carefully, left hand planted down, step your right leg forward. Extend side angle pose. Front heel, back arch, foundation first. Now, how high your body should be, it depends on how strong and how opening you are in the body. Like, you can start with forearms on the thighs or even off the thighs. And then gradually go deeper. Deeper in your lunge, deeper in your body toward the floor. It depends on your body, not my body. Respect why you're challenging your body to gain more flexibility. From here we go Lunar Stretch. So facing the floor, hips square, front leg, heels down, toes up, straight legs. And here we go, hamstring stretch. One more breath. Carefully, we're going to move from the back foot to the front foot. So you go forward, be on the ball of your right leg, left hands down, or you can bring your left forearms on the floor, and we are going to do side planks right here. Turn your body open to the right. You can have your right foot in front of you, land on the little toe side edge of your left leg. Or you can get your right leg off from the floor. You can lift it, you can stack on top of your left leg or scissor and have both feet on the floor. Now, no matter where you are, try to push your weight backward toward the foot. Keep your heart open, breathe. Try not to lock the bottom elbow. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Pick your back bend here. See how fast can you move, or you should not move fast yet, right? Next pose is your downward facing dog or child's pose. Then you balance on your right leg, get your left leg off from the floor, keep your hips square toward the ground, transitioning your weight toward your left hand and get your right hand off from the floor and breathe. Keep that right hand close to the floor if you're still wobbling a lot, so it's going to help you not to fall toward the ground unsafely. Yeah. If you're stable, keep pushing your weight back. And then come forward and have your right hand down to supporting you. Step your left leg forward. Ground the back foot 90 degrees. Extend side angle pose. Pasavakonasana. Hips stay back. Heart stay open. Arms are yours. Remember, we don't want round shoulder. We want opening heart. Your wings, your shoulder blades should move back toward one another. And Lunar Stretch. Square your chest forward, straight your left leg, heels down, toes up. Hip square, spine long, exhale, hamstring. Here we go. One more breath. And you inhale, you move up and away from your left leg, move forward. Have your weight onto your left foot, have your right hands on the floor. Vasisthasana, side plank to the right. Remember to keep pushing your weight back. Don't hyperextend your right elbows here. I have to say it's easier actually for me to lift the right leg off on the floor, but if you need support, like to have more foundation, you might have to have your right foot down onto the floor. Or you can be on your forearms. Anything that floats in the air, you can do whatever you like, just do it safely. And then downward facing dog, exhale. Plank pose, inhale. Go all the way to the floor, Chaturanga Dandasana. Right leg straight, right forearms parallel to the chest. Bend your left knee. Hold the foot, bring it down, Ekapada, Katasana. Point your left knees back. Pull your left foot toward the crowd. Lift your chest as high as you feel comfortable with the stretch and your lower back. You don't have to lift your chest at all. You can rest your forehead on your forearms. Other side, please. Or if you want to go higher, block can help. You can add a little height with the block and work the other legs. Now, once again, the higher you come up, the more challenge your lower back is going to feel, and you have to learn how to engage your core here while you work that hip flexor stretch. And you also have this back bend action in the pose. So your lower back is the key. You have to keep it safe. And carefully let go. Back to downward facing dog, please. Right leg forward between the hands, warrior three. You can launch with your hands, don't hold the block or hands on the block. It's your choice. Square the hip, breathe. Bend your right knee, land your left leg foot behind you. Warrior two first. Reverse warrior. Trikonasana, triangle. Sorry, I have to adjust my receiver. Stretch your right leg, extend your body forward. Adjust the width of the legs. I know how wide I need to open. You also have to learn that on your own body. Left hand is yours. You can hold the head, you can go alongside the ears, doesn't matter. And carefully, we're gonna square the hip forward, get your left hand down, bend your right knee, step your left foot forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. I love my Utkatasana with broader foundation, so I open my legs hip distance apart. Lift your toes up, spread your toes off from the floor, knee over the ankle. Okay. Sit down, hips back, core in, chest open, arms are yours once again. Next inhalation, stand nice and tall. Your flow is here, Uttanasana, exhale. Elongate the spine, inhale. You can rest if you like, child's pose please, or even standing forward fold or float. And we will meet you in downward facing dog or child's pose. Left leg forward, warrior 3. Maybe you don't work two sides, at the same body actions. Because I heard so many times, of course, and myself know that two sides of our body are not feeling the same. Warrior 2. So you honor your body no matter what. Reverse warrior. Hips back. Stretch the left side's body. Trikonasana, triangle. Remember, you can have the block underneath your left hands, right? And arms up. You don't even have to be really close to the floor. But these challenging right here to get your body extended and come closer to the floor is something you should challenge your body gradually. And carefully, when you exhale, you turn toward the floor. You bend your left knee, okay, and you step your right leg forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, Malasana, child's pose. Once again, have your feet hip distance apart or a little bit wider. Keep your heels on the floor and you sit down with the spine elongated. Okay. You want to try to get your hip as low as to the floor, and you can keep your heels on the ground with no tension in your neck and your shoulder. Open your leg wider if you have to. You can have your forearm inside of the knees, spine elongated all times. Uttanasana, carefully. Inhale, elongate the spine forward. Exhale, bow, step your right leg back, get your right knees on the floor, come upright with your trunk, bend your right knee, hold the foot with the hands, square the hip, tailbone rooting down, body go up. Exhale, let it go. Have your right foot on the floor, straight your right leg, or you can keep your right knees bent and your right elbow outside of your left knee, hands in prayer. Parivrtta Pasva Konasana. So you twist first, okay? If you want to challenging yourself, you can add the straight leg later if twisting with the straight leg is still too challenging for you. And then untwist, hand to the floor. Kick your left leg up, hips open. Step forward between the hands, half moon pose. Land your left leg to the left. Get your right leg off from the floor. You can keep your eyes on the ground first. While you're actually spinning your body open to the right, you go from the bottom up to the crown of your head. And carefully, you just exhale, turn your body toward the floor, and we are going to cross the right leg behind the left leg. Cross leg, Uttanasana. pyramid pose. Step your right leg back behind you, square the hip, bow down. Inhale, lift your chest up and away from that left leg. Bend your left knee, step your right leg back further. Hands onto the floor, ground them down. Kick your left leg back and up, opening the hips. Bend the knee and kick it to the right. You can do three-legged dog here, or you can flip into wide thing. When you're flipping, like you want to turn the bottom foot on the little toe side edge of it, and then you turn your body open and you land your right foot back behind you with your knees bent. Left leg straight, right leg knees bent. Push the floor away from you with your right hand, lift your hips up, curl your body, and opening the heart. You're gonna go as far as you can go, or don't do it at all. And we meet in pigeon pose, okay? So really opening the heart for us who are here. Be careful with your lower back. So you go from here to pigeon and you unflip yourself first, right? And then you step your left leg forward. If you happen to be in three-legged dog, all you need to do is just square the hip and get your left leg forward into pigeon. And adjust the angle of that front shin according to how tight your hips are, okay? Click the toes into the floor. Breathe. Please know that if your ankle joint and your knee joints doesn't like this version so much, you don't have to suffer in the pigeon pose. You can be on your back and have your right ankle above your left knee, okay? Carefully get yourself out from the pigeon and be on your seat, please. So opening your body, open to the right. Take a seat onto your left seat and swing your legs in front of you. Now, we get that left knee hugging toward the chest. Hold the foot with the hands or the strap. Katasana, kick it up to the sky. Now your right leg is extended to the floor. And breathe. Lower back comes first. If you feel like you don't give yourself enough room to extend your spine upward, strap will allow your back to have more room to extend up toward the ceiling. Take care of your lower back first. And you work in the kicking of that left leg without worrying that it has to be straight completely. For us who, somewhat have a little bit more mobility and the flexibility already. One more breath here. And then you bend your left knee, get the strap and the arms out from the foot, and we extend the foot forward, roll back with your body as far as you can, and inhale, come up. 3 more. And then you kick your left leg out, roll back, and turn your body to the right. And then come up center. 3 more. 1, 2. Up, cross your left leg over right, twist to the left. Marichyasana 3. Breathe. One more breath. And inhale, turn forward. Now you can walk your left foot toward your right hip and stack your left knee on top of your right knee and bow forward in Ekapada Mukhasana. Or you can have both legs extend in front and bow forward, use a strap or not, and do Paschimottanasana. You get the hamstring stretch in both versions, one the two at the same time, one's only one with more weight on it and feel really intense. Once again, love your lower back first. Make sure that can extend away from the hip while you go forward and to the floor. Even though if that means your body is upright, it's healthier. Relax your jaw. Relax your eyes. Inhale, come up and away from the floor. Get your left leg out. Have your weight onto your right hip. Swing your legs together toward the left. Come off from the hips, hand to the ground. Now we step the right leg forward. Left knee is on the floor. Upright with your trunk. Bend your left knee, hold the foot with the hand, square the hip, root your tailbone down, and get your bodies upright. I hope that I can get you through all of that pose without missing any one of them. Let's see. Your next exhalation, we let go of the foot and the hands. Back leg straight, or knees on the floor. Left elbow outside of your right knee. In prayer. Parivitta Patsava Konasana. Twisting to the right, please. Chest is go up, belly is go down. Long spine. Now, if you have the back leg as a part of it, your spine is long to your foot. Untwist hands to the floor. Kick your right leg back and up, opening the hip. Push your chest through once. And then square the hip, step your right leg forward between the hands. Launch, balance on your right foot and your right hand. Get your left leg off from the floor. Half moon pose. Block can help you to, get your right leg straighter if you still have a tight legs muscles. But your stability will be even greater to be challenged, so be really mindful. And when you turn yourself to the left, turn from the bottom up through the crown of your head. Worry about your left arm last. Have your left foot more toward the left, then kick it behind you. One more breath. And then cross leg Uttanasana. Fold yourself downward, square the hip, and cross your left leg behind your right leg. Bow down. Breathe. Just no matter how challenged it feels to you, you are in it no matter what. Remember, the healthy way to go to it is to go through it. Inhale, lift your chest up and away from your legs. Bend the knees, step your left leg back in pyramid pose. Both legs straight, square the hip, elongate the spine, and you bow down. So you stretch your hamstring on your right leg once again. You don't have to have both hands on the floor. If you feel really stable and your core can really keep you up, you can Take your hands wherever you like. That is not hurting you, of course. One more breath here. And then bend the knee, step your left leg back, hand to the floor, kick your right leg back and up, opening the hips, bend the knee. You do three-legged dog, two, pigeon pose or flip. Do wide thing first, and pigeon, make an option and do that. Remember that every time when you go back to your thought and your thought just make you think too much and make the story up from what it is right now. Move away from the story in your head. And look at what's happening. Just is what is happening. Inhale, bring your body up and away from the stretch. Take a seat onto your right seat. Swing your legs in front of you. You can shake, your legs a little bit. That's just going to help you release any tension in your hip joints, slightly, of course. And then keep your left leg straight. Right knee is bent. Use the strap or hold the foot with the hands. We're going to kick the right leg up toward the ceiling. And at the same time, we extend the spine up toward the ceiling. This leg can come really close to your face. It's actually goes sideways, so you can really bring it up, toward your ears. But don't jeopardize your lower back, okay? And for us who are tight, it's not about legs up toward your ears. It's about stretching your, hamstrings muscles and challenging that muscles around, your lower back to really get the spines upward. So you look yourself from the muscle perspective, not the appearance. So you don't judge yourself. And then bend your right knee. Arm in front of you. Roll back, kick your right leg out. Come up, inhale. Your right leg can bend or straight. 3 more. Or mix. And then turn your body to the left, kick your right leg out. Roll back and come up. 3 more. And then hug your right knee to the chest, cross over the left, twist to the right. Marichyasana, 3, inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, twisting. And you are calm and you carry on. Let the energy expand and let go with breath. Inhale, untwist with your right leg stacked on top of the left. Bow down in Ekapada Kamukhasana, or both legs straight and extend your body forward into the floor. Your challenge is just to stretch that hamstring respectfully, one breath at a time. One more breath here. And inhale, move up and away from the stretch and Shavasana. My Shavasana today, I'm going to put my knees higher than my hips. Remember, you have options. Pick what you like, what works for your body today. Leg up the wall. Sit down with your feet together, knees apart. Classic Shavasana is also beautiful. Get yourself there. You can kind of jiggle your body until you find your sweet spot. And you're there. Please honor these moments as much as the moment that you're doing work. This is also doing the work of letting it go, the work of acceptance, the work of surrender. And you surrender all of your muscles downward. Your forehead, your cheeks, your jaw, your neck are softened. Then letting it go of your shoulders, your arms, your trunk. Your fingers is soft. The letting it go of your hips, your legs, your feet, your toes. And while you are letting it go, you are aware of the space within and without. You flow within the opening, the flexibility, and the mobility you create physically and mentally. You know that the challenges are ahead, but you can choose to stay calm and carry on. You never forget to love yourself and others through tough times. Be here as long as you wish, everybody. I see you next week. Namaste.